Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the official channel of Live Cadet College based system, and this is the summer vacation lectures series. I welcome you all to this lecture series of Live Cadet College based system. I am Dr. Fahad, your tutor for biology, and today we have both our very first and very important topic of biology, that is human heart. So before moving into the concept, we have to understand the basic terminology of the heart. Heart is a general name which is used across the different aspects and the different portions of biology for the pumping organ which is present in our body. But there is a scientific name from which it is derived. So the scientific name from which the word heart is derived, that is cardiac, right? Which is spelled as CARDIAC, cardiac. So from the word cardiac, that is the scientific name and the general name is heart. यहाँ तक बच्चे हमारे पास क्लियर हो गया कि जो इंसान के जिस्म में एक पंपिंग ऑर्गन है उसका जनरल नेम हार्ट है और उसका साइंटिफिक नेम कार्डियक है, राइट? सो दैट इज आवर बेसिक टर्मिनोलॉजी. अब बात आती है कि व्हाट इज द बेसिक पर्पस ऑफ दिस ऑर्गन हार्ट इन आवर बॉडी, और व्हाट इज द बेसिक पर्पस ऑफ दिस साइंटिफिक नेम व्हिच इज प्रोनाउंस्ड एज कार्डियक इन आवर बॉडी, राइट? सो टू आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन I'll say a very specific word that the basic function of cardiac or the basic function of heart is pumping in our body. Now, अब मैं कह रहा हूं कि heart या cardiac का काम पंपिंग है, राइट? सो डायरेक्टली क्वेश्चन अराइजेस कि जिस तरह हमारे पास पानी का पंप होता है तो जब हम उस पंप को यूज करते हैं सो वी गॉट प्लेनी ऑफ वाटर and our whatever bottles etc, right? तो इसी तरह अगर ह्यूमन हार्ट होगा, सो अगर मैं कह रहा हूं द ह्यूमन हार्ट इज अ पंपिंग ऑर्गन, सो क्वेश्चन अराइजेस कि ये क्या पंप करता है, किस चीज को पंप करता है? सो टू आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन आई से दैट इट इज अ पंपिंग ऑर्गन व्हिच पंप्स ब्लड टू ऑल द पार्ट्स ऑफ द बॉडी. अब a very important concept which most of the teachers left while teaching, and we have to focus on that as SNO's papers are approaching, and that concept is कि अगर human heart पंप के तौर पर काम करता है, प्लीज बी फोकस, अगर ह्यूमन हार्ट पंप के तौर पर काम करता है तो ये पंप किस चीज को बॉडी में पहुंचाता है? तो अगर हम कह रहे हैं कि ये पंप ब्लड को बॉडी के मुख्तलिफ पार्ट्स तक पहुंचाता है, तो अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन कि हमें बॉडी के मुख्तलिफ पार्ट्स में ब्लड की जरूरत क्यों पड़ती है? सो टू आंसर दिस कॉन्सेप्ट एंड टू क्लियर आउट दिस क्वेरी, you people have to understand that a human body is mobile. It has to do different functions and different activities. So in order to perform different activities and different function, you need energy, right? So to do some activity, let's suppose you are walking, you are talking, you are performing some physical activity. So in order to perform all these activities, you need energy, right? Then question arises from where this energy will come. So in order to get this energy, you need oxygen, right? You need oxygen, and in order to get the oxygen and nutrients, you need blood, because this oxygen will be provided to all the parts of the body through the blood, right? So we need the blood to circulate in all the parts of the body, and the human heart will perform this function of circulation of blood to all the parts of the body, right? So dear students, I guess I have cleared the concept in a very perfect manner, and the concept is that the human heart is a pumping organ. Question arises, pumping of which thing? So the pumping of blood. Another question, okay, why do we need the pumping of blood to all the portions of the body? So a very simple answer is that we need to perform activity as we are humans, and in order to perform the different activities we need energy, right? And in order to get energy we need oxygen, and in order to get oxygen we need blood, because blood is the only tissue or the only organ which transport oxygen to all the parts of the body. I guess we are clear with this concept. Now let's move towards the structure of the heart, the anatomy of the heart, right? Now, so to move towards the anatomy of the heart, you have to understand after the terminology that human heart is made up of a specific tissue which is called as the cardiac tissue. In human body, we have the different sorts of tissue, right? And one of that is the cardiac tissue, the cardiac muscles, right? So human heart is made up of the cardiac tissue. In order to move at the level of class 9, at the level of grade 9, we have to understand that heart is basically consists of 4 chambers, right? There are 2 upper chambers and 2 lower chambers. The upper chambers are called as atria and the lower chambers are called as ventricle. Now question arises कि हमें तो ये सारी नॉलेज मिल गई है, बट इसका मतलब क्या है? So just consider, just मिसाल के लिए, in order to make it easy, you have to understand कि heart is like a box. A heart is like a box, and we have divided this heart into the 4 portion, right? There are 2 upper portion, ऊपर वाले दोनों portion, and there are 2 lower portion, नीचे वाले 2 portion. अब जो ऊपर वाले 2 portion है, we call those portion as atria. One is called as left atrium and the other one is called as right atrium. Now you have to understand, अगर हम एक ब्लॉक की बात करेंगे, अगर एक अपर चेंबर की बात करेंगे तो हम इसको एट्रियम कहेंगे, और अगर हम दोनों अपर चेंबर को एक साथ बोलेंगे तो फिर हम इसको एट्रिया कहेंगे. So singular is atrium and the plural is atria, right? And in the same manner as we have 2 upper chamber, so we have 2 lower chambers in the heart, and these lower chambers are called as ventricles. So left ventricle as well as right ventricles, right? So till now students, we have studied that heart is like a box. The function of this box is the pumping of blood to all the parts of the body in order to supply oxygen for the performance of different activities, right? And this box is divided into 4 portions. The 2 are the upper portion, the 2 are the lower portion. The upper portion are called as atria and the lower portion are called as ventricle. So that was a very small and very important concept of the terminology of the heart as well as the anatomy of the heart.